Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to switch it up and choose my TBR with a cute little TBR jar. I wrote down a lot of prompts. I literally just looked them up on Pinterest, and I have my lovely new book cart right here, which is full on both sides, so we have a lot to choose from. I think I'm gonna pick around 7 or 8 books. I'm super excited. I have a lot of books on my book cart which are all to be read, so we definitely need to start getting through that. So let's just get into it. Let's see. So, a book out of my comfort zone. Okay, I think we could do a non-fiction. We could do fantasy, because I have not really read any fantasy books except for like Twilight. I don't think that even counts. Or we could do a classic. I'm gonna have a look, pick out some books, and we can decide from there. So I've chosen 3 books to pick from for this prompt. So we have a kind of spooky book. I have a lot of like Halloween type books that I'm kind of keeping until October, but this is Carmilla by Sheridan Defanu. We'll ignore if I could say that or not. This I heard is basically the original Dracula. So it's got like vampires. I think it's like, yeah. So we have this book. Then we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I've had on my TBR for so long, but it's so big, and I know it's like historical fantasy, I think, so it's kind of intimidating, but we're gonna see if we want to read that. And then the third one was 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Now I have not read like any fantasy, like none of the really popular fantasies on YouTube or on Book Talk or anything, so I'm thinking I might read this one. Now I really hope this isn't a mistake. Oh, these are so pretty. I really hope this is not a mistake, because I know that there's other ones you have to read first. I'm gonna look into it, but you know what, I think I'm gonna read this. I think I'm gonna give it a go. It's been on my TBR longer than the other 2, and I've really wanted to read it for ages, so why not? We're gonna put this on my TBR. Okay, so on to the next prompt. I'm gonna switch it around. Let's see. Do I have one here? Yes. Okay. The next prompt is a book that's more than 100 years old. Okay, we're getting really like niche prompts. Let's have a look. I have a lot of classics on here, so I'm gonna have a look and see which ones are over 100 years old. Okay, I have narrowed down the books. I have quite a few classics on here, and I am sorry if you're not into classics, but I did put a few of those prompts in here, but I also have a lot of romance and a lot of things like that. So I have narrowed it down upon some research, and I actually have 4 books that are over 100 years old. So the first book is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I wanted to read this for so long, but it is so big. How many pages? Yeah, it's over 800 pages, so I don't know if that's feasible. But then we got Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. Now I've wanted to read this also for a very, very long time, but again, also look how beautiful this edition is. It is also a very long book. Yeah, it's over, okay, this is smaller. This is over 600 pages, which is still quite a lot of pages. So then we have Emma by Jane Austen. This has over 400 pages. So I'm just narrowing it down. And then again we have Carmilla, which is very short, very manageable. So if that's what I'm looking for, maybe this is a good choice. These are not the most practical 2 that I've narrowed it down, but I'm between Crime and Punishment and Anna Karenina. Now, I don't know. I think I'm gonna pick Anna Karenina just because it seems to be like calling me right now. I really want to read it, and yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna try get to this month. So this is going on the TBR. Let's keep going with the next prompt. Shall I mix it around a little bit more? Okay. Next. Oh, a book with bad reviews. I think that's like mixed reviews. Let's have a look. Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, and I adore Normal People. It is one of my favourite books in the whole world, ever. But this book I've heard lower reviews on, so this is an option, I think. We have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, I know, but some people hate this book, so we'll put this as an option also. Funny You Should Ask. Yeah, again, mixed opinions on this, but I think I might just look on Goodreads and like rate these because. And then, oh wait, we have another one. Okay, so then we have Before the Coffee Goes Cold, which again, mixed reviews. And finally, this is probably going to win, the second book, I think this is the second one, of the After books. Okay, I gave the first one a try last year and I was like, look, let's just do it. They're not good, but I read it. Like, I was reading it during college and it was what I needed. It was the most mindless, like toxic, silly, also huge romance. So yeah, that's on the list too. And I need to go check what reviews each of these have. So this is actually kind of surprising. I just checked up the ratings for each of the books and I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. So I thought that After We Collided would have the worst rating, but it actually had an average star rating on Goodreads of 3.72, which is not bad. Then we had Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and that had a 2.72 as well, so they were both the same. Then we had A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, which actually was a pretty good average. It was 3.82, so that's definitely not the one. Then we were left with two more. We were left with Funny You Should Ask and Beautiful World, Where Are You? Funny You Should Ask had 3.64, so this was lower than the other books, which was quite surprising. And then the book that won and had the lowest average rating was Beautiful World, Where Are You? Now, by no means is this a bad average rating, but I just thought the others would have lower ratings. But this book has a 3.55 on Goodreads, so yeah, I guess we're reading a Sally Rooney book. I think her writing's very like September anyway, so maybe we'll love it. That's being added to our TBR. Next book, shake this around, and let's see, a never read author. Okay, I have a lot of these. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have a few never read authors on here. We have, ooh, let's not damage her. We have Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. Then we have Babel. Okay, that's good stuff. We have Babel by R.F. Kuang. I wanted to read this for ages. Very dark academia type of book, so I have been very excited for this. Then we have Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. Have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. Will I go with A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, or will I go with Cleopatra and Frankenstein? I think just for a good easy read after all the other books that I've had so far, I'm going to pick A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. Okay, this is going really good. We will go on to the next prompt. This is actually really fun. I was always scared to do this because I thought, what if I get books I don't want? But I obviously want to read all of these. They're my books, so why not? Next prompt. A book with your initials. So I think this is like the author's initials or your initials. So for me, that's CM. So let's see what we get there. Oh, Cleopatra and Frankenstein, Coco Mellors. So that is one of them, which is really cool. Then we have Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Yeah, okay, so I had a look and those are the two books that have my initials. So I think I'm going to pick Cleopatra and Frankenstein just because, I don't know, I'm taking it as a sign. It came up for my last prompt, it's coming up again. So yeah, this is my next book. Okay, I think I'm going to pick 2 or 3 more books. I have 5 so far. So the next prompt is, let's have a look. Okay. A sad book. Okay, let's have a look. This one's actually kind of tricky because I don't know if some of these books are sad. So I think we're just going to go by looking at it. I have a feeling that Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros is going to be sad. I do not know why. I don't know. I feel like this will be a sad one. So that is an option. Then I think No Longer Human, just because if you've heard of this book, you know the ending or like the author kind of, apparently it's kind of a biographical telling of how his life unfortunately ended, so that I think is going to be very sad. And then also I do think that The Tattooist of Auschwitz is going to be also sad. Obviously we all know that this is a very upsetting topic. So I think I'm between, just because I don't want to, like, I think I started this before and it was just very heavy and I just couldn't mentally do that, so I don't think we're gonna do that this month. But then choosing between these, I want to see kind of what books so far. I think just for a lighter read, even if it is sad, I'm going to read The Things We Leave Unfinished, because again it is a romance kind of book, I think. So yeah, we're still trying to keep it light. It's the start of first semester in college, so I don't want things to be too sad. Okay, I'm gonna pick 2 more, so I'll have 8, and I probably won't get to all these, but it's good to have options. So let's see. So we have a cartoon cover. So let's have a look. Do I have many of these? Does this count as a cartoon cover? Wait. Okay. These have to count as cartoon covers, do they? Surely. Yeah. I have Daisy Hates up here as well. Okay. Yeah, these have to count as cartoon covers. So I'm not even looking at the other ones I have because I want to continue Magnolia Parks. So I am going to be reading Magnolia Parks The Long Way Home, the 3rd in the Magnolia Parks books. I am so excited. I think I'm going to be doing a video on this anyway because I want to do a big reading vlog of reading the whole series. But yes, that is the second last book on my TBR. I'm so excited. Last but not least, for our 8th choice of the month, I am going to grab a book that is over 300 pages. Okay, this is kind of a broad one, so I'm excited that this is my last one. Let's have a look. I know by love, that's over 300 pages. Barely, but it is. That is definitely an option. Babel. How many pages? That's definitely, yeah, it's over 500 pages. That's definitely one of them. We have The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I wanted to read this for a long time. This is probably more because all of her books, they seem like they're not as big as they are. Yeah, 864 pages. Tell me how 864 is fit in here. And East of Eden, I feel like we'll have more. I probably checked this earlier. Yeah, 601 pages. Again, this is similar to Donna Tartt's books. You don't think it has that many, but the pages are so incredibly thin. But yeah, so we have, what, 4 books here to choose from. So I'm gonna have a look at all the books I have so far and see which one I am drawn to the most. So Everything I Know About Love, I think is definitely a contender. It's non-fiction. It's a nice, fun read out of all these because I already have a classic, I have some romance. I have 2 romance books. I have some contemporary fiction, a fantasy, and a classic. So I think it'd be quite refreshing to have a non-fiction book. Then I have Babel, which is dark academia. I think it's definitely a contender also because going back to college, all that good stuff. The Goldfinch, similar vibes, and East of Eden I've wanted to read forever. But I don't know, I think Anna Karenina is enough for this month, so do you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I have wanted to read this for so long and I'm very excited about it, so yeah, that is our 8th and final book for this video. So guys, I have the 8 final books here. I am so happy with this TBR. It turned out a lot better than I expected. So the first book, as you've seen, that I picked for a book that is over 300 pages is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Next we have Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home, which I chose for a book with a cartoon cover. The next book was a sad book, and I picked The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. Now I don't know necessarily if this is sad, but I just feel like it might be, and that's the fun of it. I guess I will let you guys know when I read it or in my September wrap up. Then I have Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Malores, which was a book where the author has the same initials, and my initials are CM and Coco Malores CM. Perfect. Then we have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy, which I chose for the prompt, a book from a never read author. Next, Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. Now I'm personally really excited for this, but this fell under the prompt of a book that has the lowest rating. We have Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, which I am so excited for. This fell under the prompt of a book that is over 100 years old. And then finally, for a book that is out of my comfort zone, I picked Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and who knows, that maybe this will throw me into a fantasy era, just like everyone seems to be on booktube at the moment. Everyone's reading fantasy, and yeah, let's see if that happens for me also. So yeah, those are the 8 books that I'm going to be reading in the month of September. I am so excited. I really hope I get to as many as I can, and who knows, but we will have to see. Today's video was really fun. I think I'm definitely gonna use the TBR jar in future in some more videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.